In this video, I'll try to explain the lore of Kishin Densetsu. This includes the background story of heroes' skin related to the lore, their relationship, and more. To know the Kishin Densetsu lore, firstly, we need to know Franco's King of Hell story. I'll explain in the most easy and understandable way possible. First, let's start with Franco, King of Hell. Franco was the daimyo, lord of Hokkaido State, and a warlord during the Sengoku era. He was famous for being a battle-wise leader. His goal was to unite his country. Battles after battles fought, he stationed his army in the Gorenji Temple and waited for his allies to join him. He was just one step away to end the Sengoku era. However, on that fateful night, he was betrayed by his trusted follower and attacked by his allies. Franco and his army got annihilated in one night. Duroth, who also served him, sacrificed his life to save Franco. Sadly, Franco too died that night. Franco then descends to Yomi, the land of the dead. In Hell, Franco fought with Shuragashatakura. The yokai knocks Franco down, but he stood up every time. Franco's unwilling to accept his fate, he struck Shuragashatakura and defeated him in Hell, and took his place and power. Franco's unwavering ambition, rage, and willpower caught the attention of Izanami. Izanami then gave Franco a chance to return to the world of living, but as the new king of Hell. Izanami then sends Franco to the world of living to destroy the Mandela Circle and combine the living world and Hell as one. Duroth Naraka Flame backstory. Duroth was born in an aristocratic samurai family. At the age of 13, he was sent to Hokkaido under Lord Franco. Duroth was always a quiet boy, but well-talented and sharp. Seeing his talent, Franco gave him Gurren Chakram, which became his personal weapon. Duroth serves and shows his loyalty to Franco, battle after battles. However, one night when Franco was betrayed by his allies at Gorenji Temple, Duroth sacrificed his life to save Franco. In Hell, when Duroth was about to accept his fate, Franco calls out his name. It also adds to his despair that Franco too had lost, and is in Hell. Duroth only hopes that he will accompany Franco and remain loyal, even in Hell. But Franco, with his newfound power, raised his arms and called him to come and accompany back to the living world. All of a sudden, Duroth underwent a transformation, turning his white skin into crimson. Demon power conceal on his body and become horns, claws, and tail, swearing to himself to protect his excellency and to seek revenge.
No matter what, I will be there for his excellency.
Now let's hear the backstory of Lunox, the divine goddess. A baby girl was abandoned at the doorstep of House Kikyo at Hokkaido. The mistress of the house took the child and named her Lunox. 3 years later, a baby boy was born and called Duroth. From a young age, Lunox could hear spiritual voices. The voice said that in time, Lunox and Duroth would be parted. At 11 years old, Lunox was sent to the shrine to be a maiden. On the way, she hears the voice again, but this time, revealing that it's her, the other half of Lunox. She was trained at the shrine. Lunox still remains deeply concerned for his brother Duroth. 3 years later, she received a letter that Diroth was sent to serve under Lord Franco. However, fate has other plans in store. A tragedy struck when news arrived that both Diroth and Lord Franco had died in the chaos of the Gorenji Rebellion. Overwhelmed with grief, Lunox found solace only in the warmth of her tears. But her mourning was cut short when she learned that the yokai army from the underworld was wreaking havoc in the human world. Urged by the high priest of the shrine, Lunox set out to activate the Mandala Circle at the Hokkaido Shrine. As she prepared to leave, the shadow once again appeared beside her, whispering in a clear voice near her ear to save them all. You must become me. Lunox finally arrived at the Hokkaido Shrine. As she prepared to activate it, the white mandala flowers surrounding the circle burst into full bloom. 2 Magatamas on the altar transformed into streams of light and poured into Lunox's body. Suddenly, Lunox found herself in a strange space where a figure appeared before her, bearing the exact same face as her own. She responded, "I am you. Forsake your humanity and accept my power. Only then she can awaken Diroth and save the world." Lunox merged with the other Lunox. Lunox sacrificed her humanity to become the goddess of both sun and the moon, and has now becomes the new divine goddess. The Battle of Hokkaido Shinto Shrine. After Franco emerged from hell with Diroth by his side, they marched to the Hokkaido Shrine to destroy the Mandala Circle. But Lunox has already performed the ritual and became the divine goddess.
I have been waiting. Child of House Kikyo. It's time. Come forth, Dragon Koi, Sun Crow.
As Lunox was prepared to fight Franco, Diroth appears before her. And as Diroth prepared to pounce on her, Franco's command to retreat as the Mandela Circle is of no use now, and Divine Goddess has been awakened. With no hesitation, the yokai troop quickly left the shrine. Franco retreats because he saw the vast power of the Divine Goddess. Let's move on to the Kishin Densetsu lore, which is still related to Franco's King of Hell, but the story mainly focuses on Lancelot, Carrie, and Angela, and the battle took place at the Shinonome Shrine. Carrie, the Breath of Naraka. Carrie was forced to be a shrine maiden at the Nazan Shrine. She was forced by her family, but she always wanted to be a warrior. So she fled and met Lancelot by chance, and they became close friends. After wandering around, she was recruited by Franco, and she serves and remained loyal to Franco. During her time while serving Franco, while on an attack on Shinonome, she was deeply injured, but she was saved by Angela, the Shrine Maiden, and she promised to Angela when she conquered Shinonome, no harm would come to the shrine. Fast forward after Franco died and came back as King of Hell, Carrie was also reborn, and her loyalty remains with Franco. While Franco and Diroth were at the Hokkaido Shrine, Carrie was leading the yokai army, heading for the Shinonome Shrine to destroy the Mandela Circle at the shrine where Angela is. Now, moving on to Lancelot Gordian of the Shrine and Angela Strings of Fate. Lancelot was a kitsune, a spirit fox. He was not bound by mortality. So he wandered around for hundreds of years, similar to Carrie. He left his shrine and wandered around, and he met her by chance, shared a few drinks, and became friends. However, wandering around, he came across a battlefield and was wounded, and he collapsed at the doorstep of the Shinonome Shrine. Angela nursed the fox back to health. Lancelot reveals his true identity, and he found his answer he has been looking for. Now he wishes to protect Angela and humanity. Angela was the Shrine Maiden, and she suffered from unknown illness, so she could not wander to the outside world. So Lancelot would often stay and visit, and tells her stories about the outside world. When Angela died, her father used the last of his powers to imbue her soul into the shrine doll, giving her a new life. Lancelot has found his new resolve, that is to protect Angela and humanity. The Battle of Shinonome Shrine. Franco and his yokai army headed for the Shinonome Shrine. Carrie was leading ahead, and she was fated to meet Lancelot and Angela again, but this time as enemies.
But I await the blade of the righteous, the ordained vanquisher of evil.
It's been a while, old friend.
I've come to hear your answer. Seems you found something to fight for.
And you? Do you slaughter in the name of justice?
Neither life nor death will sway my resolve!
The sakura have bloomed